The Silent Symphony. Samantha Wilson was the epitome of the girl next door. Her neighbors often saw her walking her golden retriever, Daisy, along the quiet suburban streets, always smiling and waving. At work, she was the diligent assistant who never missed a deadline. Her colleagues often joked that she was too good to be true, and her boyfriend, Adam, always wondered how he got so lucky. She was known for her kindness, her gentle nature, and her unwavering patience. It was a Saturday morning when Samantha first encountered the unpleasant side of Adam. A simple argument over breakfast spiraled into a shouting match, ending with Adam slapping her across the face. Samantha's eyes welled up with tears, but she kept her composure, hoping it was an isolated incident. She spent the next week at work, subtly dropping hints about her troubles at home. Her colleagues, especially Laura, the office gossip, were quick to sympathize. They noticed the faint bruises on her wrist, the way she flinched when someone raised their voice. Adam, unaware of Samantha's distress, continued his outbursts, escalating them to emotional manipulation and isolation. Samantha's family was her sanctuary. Her father, Charles, a retired military officer, her mother, Margaret, a former nurse, and her older brother, Ethan, who had a protective streak a mile wide, were always there for her. They saw her as the shining light in their lives, the one good thing in their otherwise dark world. One evening, after Adam had pushed her too far, Samantha called her family. Her voice trembled with genuine fear as she recounted her ordeal.
I didn't know who else to call.
We're here for you, sweetheart. No one hurts our Samantha and gets away with it.
Don't worry, darling. We'll take care of everything.
He won't hurt you again.
A week later, Samantha invited Adam to her parents' house for dinner. She assured him that it was a chance for them to start fresh, to mend the rifts between them. Adam, eager to make amends and charmed by Samantha's sweetness, agreed. The Wilson home was a large, imposing structure on the edge of town, surrounded by thick woods. As they pulled into the driveway, Adam noticed the isolation of the place, but he dismissed it as nerves. Inside, Charles greeted them with a firm handshake, Margaret with a warm hug, and Ethan with a friendly smile. The evening started pleasantly, with polite conversation and a hearty meal.
So Adam, how long have you and Samantha been together?
About 6 months now.
And how have things been?
Adam hesitated, glancing at Samantha.
We've had our ups and downs, but we're working through it.
That's good to hear. Samantha deserves someone who treats her right.
Samantha excused herself to the bathroom, leaving Adam alone with her family. When she returned, the living room was empty. She followed the faint sounds of struggle to the basement, where she found her family enacting their brutal vengeance. Charles held Adam down, his military training evident in his precise movements. Ethan's face was twisted with rage as he delivered blow after blow, while Margaret watched with cold detachment. Samantha's heart raced with fear as she watched the life drain from Adam's eyes. She stepped forward, placing a hand on her father's shoulder.
Dad, please stop. You don't have to do this.
Samantha, you shouldn't have to see this. We'll handle the rest.
No, Mom. I need to be here. I need to see this through.
Margaret's grip on Samantha's arm tightened.
Sweetheart, you're too good for this. Let us take care of it. You shouldn't have to get your hands dirty.
Samantha's eyes filled with tears as she looked at Adam, beaten and broken on the floor.
Please, just let him go. We can find another way.
Charles looked up at Margaret, who shook her head slightly.
It's too late for that, Samantha. We need to protect you.
Sam, go upstairs with Mom. Let us finish this.
Samantha nodded reluctantly, allowing Margaret to guide her up the stairs. As they reached the top, Samantha glanced back, her heart pounding. She heard Adam's muffled cries, the sound of flesh hitting flesh, and then silence. Samantha returned to work with a somber expression, her colleagues quick to console her.
He left me.
Laura hugged her tightly, promising to help her through this difficult time. Samantha's tears were genuine, not for Adam, but for the joy she found in the charade. Over the next few months, Samantha's life returned to its meticulous routine. She found a new boyfriend, Kevin, who was just as unsuspecting as Adam. Her family remained a constant, dark presence, ready to protect her at a moment's notice. Each new relationship, each new victim, was a symphony of deceit and violence, orchestrated by Samantha's careful hand. It wasn't until a chance conversation with Laura that the truth began to surface. Laura mentioned a missing persons report on the news, a young man named Adam who had vanished without a trace. Samantha's heart raced, but she maintained her composure.
I hope they find him.
As Laura walked away, Samantha allowed herself a small smile. She had played her part perfectly, the innocent victim in a world of monsters. Little did anyone know, the real monster was the girl next door, hiding in plain sight, orchestrating a silent symphony of death and deception. The facade was perfect, and Samantha reveled in the chaos she had created, her secret safe for another day.